Lisa, thank you so much, and the community, for this wonderful medal, the Sesquicentennial Medal. I think Tom would have worn it with great pride. There's not a whole lot I can tell you, because Lisa, first of all, we've had this wonderful video, but Lisa's explained where the school was, where it is, and where it's going. And that's the Cause for Hope has played out with that, Lisa. This is a wonderful place to be. This video really, I can't elaborate on that. Most of you that are here knew Tom, and he said it so well. You know, he loved this school so much. It just stayed with him his whole life. I remember when we were, I think they use the word engaged now, but I'm not certain. They did then. But one of the first things that Tom wanted me to do was to meet Mr. Hacker. So actually we did go to see him, and he had retired by then. I'd learned so much about the school, so much more than I had known before I had met Tom. And this dialogue between the two of them was so fascinating. I could see that Tom had just, well, this is before he even started his career, but Mr. Hacker was there were great expectations of Tom. I could just see that in his reaction in their conversation. It was really fascinating. And continuing that love of the school, Tom came back here, of course, in '83. We had this wonderful program that all of us loved and enjoyed so much, and I think that stayed with us for a long time. And after we moved back to St. Louis in '87, Tom went on the board of St. Louis Country Day School, then Country Day School, and worked on the merger. He had been very familiar with this. There was 2 schools in Kansas City, which is sort of the template for this. And it wasn't easy. There were a lot of people. I bet Joe White wasn't for it in the beginning. I don't want to pick on you, Joe. But it took a long time to get that going. I called Barbie Boltman about this yesterday. I was trying to remember something. And I do remember that it took a long time to work this out. And there were a lot of bumps in the road. But at the very end, Tom said, there's only one problem. The biggest problem now is whose name is going to go first. And I thought, oh no, oh, this is going to be bad. Well, the next meeting he went to, that night he came home, he said, you know what? It was an evening meeting, it was still daylight. He said, I drove through the entrance on Worcester Road to Mary Institute, and he said, all of a sudden I noticed this, Barbie said, green sign that said Mary Institute founded 1859. And Tom said, boy, I knew it then that would be Mary Institute would be the first name of the school. But Tom continued on with his love of the school, and actually, I really can't say any more. I mean, it stayed with him his whole life. It reflected, really, I think his whole life was a reflection on what he learned here, this great institution of Mary Institute Country Day. I thank you all so much for everything, especially Lisa, and having this program today.